Hello viewers, welcome to Hila-P Sports and Entertainment TV. We're back again, and this is the weekend review. And we need to be discussing our weekend preview. Rather, we'll be discussing what to expect in the Premier League this weekend. Sibian, you're welcome to the show.
It's my pleasure. It's good to be back.
Okay, and what happened in the Champions League? Like we discussed, if you can remember, many things, or many drama really played out in the Champions League
on Wednesday.
On Wednesday. So many teams like expected. Although we know that let's just start first of all with what playing out in the Nigerian Premier League. Kwara United have been slammed. They have been slammed, and they have been fined 9 point something million naira. For their fans' reaction during the Rivers United game.
Yeah.
How you seen that kind of thing? Because I don't know, and they were docked 3 points, 3 goals, just to show them, and they have been charged to bring the culprit to board. So because if this kind of behavior continues in the Nigerian league, I don't think there will be progress.
Yeah, it's something that has been recurring for a very long time.
Yeah.
And the Nigerian Premier League, we've been having series of issues ranging coming from fans, and maybe in home fans when their teams are not
and you expecting to win. You must expect to win.
We always, I think this problem is part of the main reason why the Nigerian Premier League is rated lowly the way outsiders see our league.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't know. I think in fact the situation in Nigeria generally, the situation with Nigeria's economy, the Nigeria government performance in whatever in their offices, whatever offices there are.
Yeah.
I think the system in Nigeria, the corrupt system in Nigeria is affecting the Nigerian Premier League, because by now we are supposed to have grown past this problem, this issue.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the league has been there for a very long time, but the crowd issue, fans issues, home fans issues is a major problem in Nigeria Premier League. And then there are a lot of corruption rumors in the referee, officiating and everything. I mean, how many Nigerian referees have you seen officiate international football?
Not to even talk about AFCON.
I mean, it's such a shame. So the crowd issue, the home fans issue in Nigeria Premier League is a very big problem.
Okay.
And I don't know how these people are going to be able to solve it, but it needs to be stopped.
Okay, Sibian, looking at the sanctions, how are you seeing? Is this a bit harsh? They were fined 9 point something million naira. They were docked 3 points, 3 goals, and also they have been charged to bring the hoodlums to book. So
yeah,
is it a bit harsh?
I don't think it's harsh.
Okay.
Because they have to put the message out there.
Okay.
So somebody has to pay dearly for others to learn.
Okay.
I mean, if they continue to condone situations like, if they continue to give be lenient with the culprits or clubs that their fans commit these offenses, it will never stop.
Okay.
So I think this is a bit okay. I think you should be asking me if it's enough, because because when you give out a huge punishment to somebody,
do
you understand?
Yeah.
Others will learn. Nobody will want to fall victim or get victim of that penalties.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's something that they should continue with. I mean, 9 million naira, deducting them 3 points, especially the deduction of 3 points, I think is very, very I think it's a very big sanction.
Okay.
You get. I think 9 million naira is not even the problem to them, but the 3 points, I think,
and 3 goals
is a very, very big one
for them.
So this will be an impact. Yeah, exactly. So I think it's very good in the league. We need it in the.
And looking at them, they are 16th in the table at the moment, and
exactly,
and as it is, they are not far from the relegation zone, because I think they are 29 points, while the defending champions, Remo Stars, They're in 19th point position.
Yeah,
CBA.
that's the dynamics we have in Nigerian Premier League, because you can actually win the league
And
this
the next
season,
season,
and next season you are
you
going
go
to
into
relegation.
relegation.
You are being
Yeah,
relegated.
definitely. Because
So that's the way the league is. I think there's not really much consistency in these clubs.
yes,
You hardly see a team that will win the Premier League and then come back next season fighting for the title again.
except what Yimba did.
Exactly.
Yimba did that year during the
because
Ojo Zokalo
the sponsorship was consistent.
Yeah,
Ojo Zokalo, the governor of Abia State back then, was very consistent.
Definitely.
He was very passionate about Yimba's matters.
Yeah.
So he's a football fan, a passionate football fan.
Yeah.
He's just like the former Chelsea owner Abramovich.
Yeah.
Somebody that loves football, somebody that wants this team to be winning. He was consistent, and the club was consistent that back then, giving him results, and then they won 2 consecutive Champions League. So is something that we lack in Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's consistent sponsorship.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes many people, you just argue if government owning these clubs is better than maybe privatizing the club, maybe leasing the club or privatizing the club for individuals to manage.
Okay.
So it's a very big issue that we're having in Nigeria Premier League. That's why we've not been able to progress from where we are.
Okay, looking at the newcomers, the base club that just came into the MPFL, we know Kun Kalifat, they have been struggling. You know, they are there on 20th on the table. I think. Are you saying how can you see this game? This particular club? Is it that they lack the quality to be able to push through, or because as it stands now they are in 25 points, and not despite being on 25 points as it is now. Yeah, I'm not seeing them surviving. I don't know. I don't know. How are you seeing this?
Yeah, I'm not seeing them surviving. Okay, because it's a very difficult situation to be in Nigeria Premier League. Being there at the number 20th is usually something you don't want to.
At this time, this.
So I think now they have about 12 games or thereabouts to go in the Nigerian Premier League. So it's something that we should be worrying the management of Kun Kalifat. But
at the time they wanted to pull out. I think that at last month they wanted to pull out from the MPFL because they were sanctioned from the league. They were sanctioned, you know, and like what you said, what is happening to Kwara now? They were sanctioned then at the time, but after the meeting with the management, the league management, they now returned back. Okay, we are going to continue with the league.
That's the problem with that's the point they are trying to make in the Nigerian Premier League. There are series of inconsistencies.
Yeah, definitely.
Now this sanctioning, we just talked about Kwara United.
Yeah,
they've been sanctioned.
Yeah,
they've been fined. They've been deducted at some point.
Yeah.
Now, what if it happens next time in somebody else's stadium? Are you going to apply the same measures?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's the problem we're having. This we might see the same issue happen to maybe Kano Pillars, or maybe Shooting Star, or maybe Rangers International, for example,
or even the Rivers United.
Now, you might not see the same sanction coming to them.
Okay, they will
start giving you a series of reasons why it should not be. And then again, I think another important factor that we should put into consideration is the televising of the Nigerian Premier League. I think it's high time the MPFL finds suitable sponsors
that they will partner with,
for them to be able to televise these games live, all the matches, all the MPFL matches every week.
Definitely.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Then you can be able to say, if you have issues in the stadium, you can be able to have enough faith evidence to even sanction people.
Definitely.
Because what we have, I think another problem that we have back then, I don't know if it still happens now. Back then, so many people in Nigerian Premier League, when a match is being played and when they want to alter the proceedings in the football pitch, they try to chase everybody with the camera away. They chase whoever that is with anything camera, they chase you away.
So they can
destroy your equipment.
They can
so that they can go on with whatever they want to do. And it's very shameful.
Definitely.
It's very, very shameful. When you start putting out these sanctions, when you are putting out these measures, generally to everybody, we are not exempting some people. We are not trying to be biased about it. If they continue this way and make it very clear that they are doing it honestly, and everybody is seeing that they are very honest and transparent, this rubbish will stop.
Okay,
definitely it will stop. That's just it.
Okay, now looking at the table, the first it should be Ikorodu City. the Lagos-based side, and you can see they are on 44 points, but they're not really that safe because last two season champions, Enugu Rangers, they are there pursuing them after 26 matches, they have 43 points. CBN now, while Rivers United, who were runners up last season, they are also there trying to push hard to make sure they clinch. Okay, these three. Okay, the fourth, okay, the fifth team. I think Abia Warriors are 40th already, 40 points. I think if Abia Warriors can be 40 points, I think they have the opportunity to be able to catch up.
Of course,
catch up. Now, looking at this, Ikorodu, Enugu, Rivers, Nasarawa, Abia Warriors, or at least can I say Bender and the Shooting Stars, and Academy Warriors. These are the teams that if they can be able to, have. So, are you seeing Enugu Rangers or any of these listed?
Well, I think Ikorodu City FC, they've been doing very well. I think they've improved a lot this season.
Out of 26 matches, they have won 12 of it.
Exactly. Yeah. So in Nigeria Premier League, most of the times it's always going to end with a narrow win if you're going to win the league.
Yeah.
So, and as it stands now, there are 44, Rangers 43. Rivers United
42. Yeah, it's Nasarawa 41.
So it's going to be like, I think it's going to go down the wire because most times in Nigeria Premier League you always get to win your home games and lose away.
So, but I think you like you said, Ikorodu City they are doing the both now. They win both away games.
Exactly. I mean, before you get to the top, you must have won some away matches. Yes. Even Rangers International they have won a couple of away matches as well. So it's something that they will have. You have to like try as much as possible to be consistent.
I think that is even the problem that Kwara United they committed on themselves. Because if United came to your stadium, you're trying the best to make sure you win.
Yes.
You are telling them that we are home.
That's
the
win. Syndrome. That's the
and now, sorry, I don't even call it out. One of the sanctions is that the remaining home games of the season they will not be played in London. They will not be played in London. They moved to another stadium,
which is very, very important. Good. This time around, you are going to have mixed supporters.
Thank you.
You're not going to just have your home supporters feeling
yes.
So I think it's another important sanction.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might still argue that maybe they would have banned the stadium, they banned the fans from entering their home matches, watching their home matches. Yeah. Maybe they're playing their home matches with empty stadium. It's another way, but I think asking them to go to a different stadium, a neutral stadium, I think
that should be the best.
It's good because now it will teach them the lesson. Next time they will learn. They will learn, and then next time they will not have to repeat whatever they did.
I think one of the best team in the Nigerian Premier League. They can I say they are the Giants. One of the Giants. Imba. They are languishing on the 14th in the table. CBN. I don't know what is happening to Imba.
Well, it's the same thing that we said. In Nigeria Premier League, it might be.
The angle I'm coming from. Like you said, is it that the present governor is not really trying to, push? Because I know they're not only the ones there. We have Abia Warriors.
Exactly.
Abia Warriors who are in Oma Head, situated in Oma Head there. Is it that the government is pushing for Abia Warriors? That's supporting the Abia Warriors more than
that's the problem now. That's why I said, now Eyimba, they are from Abia State.
Yes.
Abia Warriors are from Abia State.
Yeah.
Now they are being managed by the government.
Yes.
It's very difficult for you to manage these two teams as a government, to manage two teams and then give them the required attention they need.
Definitely.
Because whatever, if you bring 1 million, you have to share it into two. Take this one, take this one. Yes. Now, if you want to buy players, Abia Warriors says, I want this player, and everybody says, I want this player. What are you not going to do?
Definitely.
They are going to be class of interest. They are going to be lobbying here and there, and it brings this the
so you are supporting individual
I think it's the best. That's why that's why foreign football teams, Premier League teams, La Liga teams, there's none of them that the government is sponsoring.
You understand? Because it will be biased.
Exactly. It definitely be biased because now if you're a government and you're sponsoring Abia Warriors, now if for example if you are the commissioner for sports and you are from a location where Abia Warriors exists, of course you have fans, and you have to give them more preferential treatment. And it's not something that should be happening. I think by now, if we can, I think if the clubs are being privatized, if they allow individual investors to purchase these clubs, I think we'll have a better Premier League.
Definitely. I think Nigeria and the NPFL, this is a message to you, the league officials. We need to work on this differently. NFF need to even come into it because
Yeah.
they are part of the people that is managing this. They are the
Yeah.
part of them because
Yeah, I think well, another important it's just that the way I don't even sometimes I feel like we have in Nigeria where we have lesser corruption. We have a country we have lesser corruption because for this all this to be able to happen, I think the central government has to be less corrupt
yeah.
because the corruption in Nigeria, that's why I said that the system in Nigeria
Because like you said, if you privatize
system is
it,
corrupt.
if you privatize a club and ask okay individuals to be able to purchase these clubs, the tax involved of the where you
Exactly.
will be where is
Exactly.
that
You
you'll
have to
be
put it in
yeah you'll be considered
consideration.
because
And again, if I am an individual, for
yeah
example,
yeah
let me give you an instance, and I now purchase a Yimba FC,
yeah
and I'm trying to sponsor a Yimba FC, whereas that means I am now in a competition with the government
definitely.
who owns Abia
Okay, what
Warriors.
else?
Now the government has the right to decide a lot of things.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Which will affect me. Do you understand? How to organize this game, this Premier League, and all and the cup competitions. It will help us even in the Africa CAF Champions League and CAF
Because if you look at what they're not doing well, they must start when they really
I
messed
think
up. And
we are very far. We
yeah,
are far away.
I think
That's why we cannot be compared with the likes of South African League, Egyptian League,
yeah,
Moroccan League. That's why these people, even some of the even the leagues in Ghana, I think the organization I think is a lot better than what we have here. That's why we have not been able to see a Nigerian Premier League since Eyimba go up to the semi-finals of the Champions League.
Yeah.
So it's a very bad situation for us, and it's something that we need. But I think it's going to be very difficult because the situation in this country is very embarrassing.
Okay, Stephen, thank you for your time. MPFL, officials, this is up to you. This message is for you. Try and make sure you make the league to be watchable, to be interesting to watch, because this will make fans, this will make Nigerian supporters, football lovers to be able to troop in their numbers, to go into stadiums. Those even at home will can be able to twist with their television and watch games at their own time and make sure they enjoy it. Please let us try and work things out because Nigerian league we're really lagging behind when it comes to Africa. Thank you for staying with us, fans. Drop in the comment section what you feel that we're able to do for NFF to sorry for the MPFL officials to do. Then we can be able to get it right in the Nigerian league. Thank you for being with us. We'll be back to discuss what to expect in the Premier League after the English Premier League. Thank you, and we'll be back.